will start in Panama City Beach and the Junior College Classic. We told you about this event 2 weeks ago, and it's 16 of the best Juco teams in the country in a season opening tournament. This one didn't disappoint. We had wall-to-wall coverage all weekend long. So let's get it started and send it down to Daron Sutton in Florida.
Thank you very much, Danny. This event has been and continues to be incredible. At the end, Juco alum Tim Redding and, of course, national cross-checker Brian Sakowski. I think the best thing about this event has been the collection of athletes. And Brian, just one thought in this opening segment. You've got 7 states, you've got multiple Juco World Series champions, you've got Texas, you've got Illinois, a ton of the Southeast. What'd you take away?
I think my biggest takeaway, Sud, is that if you didn't watch the Chipola Northwest Florida State game last night, you missed, I think, what will be the best game in college baseball this year, all of college baseball. It'd be hard-pressed for me to imagine a better game.
All right, we'll talk about that one. What did you take away?
Just a collection of talent from all these teams. The arms that were out there, the bats, guys are coming out squaring up 95, 94, and the 4th, 3rd, 5th game of the season. I mean, it was amazing to watch. It's a pleasure to be here. Being a Juco bandit myself, I didn't know Juco baseball was still alive and well, but it is very alive and well in the United States. And all the international players are starting to come over, and this is their gateway into college baseball.
Hitters, here we go. You've picked a man from Michigan, from Florence Darlington. Noah Stout, your first hitter.
Yeah, Noah Stout's a guy I've seen for a while. He's a Michigan guy. I'm a Michigan guy. I watched him play in high school growing up. Originally went to Clemson. Now he's at Florence Darlington, not too far from Clemson. But really stood out with the bat this weekend. He led off for the team. He's a strong and physical left-handed bat. He hit a home run. He's hit for some extra bases. He can run. I think he's a really good player who, on a big stage, performed well.
I'm always amazed when a man makes a choice to go like from the Northwest somewhere else. That's what Cole Fontenelle did, the corner infielder from Washington to
McLennan.
Yep.
McLennan, yes. He, the third baseman, he started his career at Washington, but yes, Fontenelle hit a home run. Again, big physical right-handed bat, a guy with power, a guy we saw make some really athletic plays at third base. He's a shortstop by trade. Guys who can play third, not just stand there, but actually defend with value at third and hit for power, very sought after.
You've been watching, you scouts have been watching Kevin Karstetter for a while. He now is here. He was at IMG. You're impressed with what you saw?
Yeah, he had the biggest first day of anybody. Hit a home run, fell a single short of the cycle, double and a triple. A guy with a lot of power, a guy we've always been high on the hit tool. That has been the part of the profile that we've always believed in. This kid can hit, but now as he's grown into some more power, he's a little bit more athletic in the infield. He can play a couple more spots. The profile has definitely taken off.
May I throw in Ethan Lizama?
Absolutely.
Because he went from Guam to San Diego to play high school baseball at East Lake. Now he found this city, Florida Gulf Coast, and this is an incredible story. How did he hit?
He looked great. The swing is loose, it's athletic, it's whippy. He made good swing decisions. He wasn't blown up by velocity. We saw him hanging in against tough arms. We saw him hanging in against off-speed stuff. The body projects, the swing is loose. There's a lot to like about what he's going to end up being in the future.
Tim, you ready to talk pitching?
Absolutely, let's go.
How about Reed, Garland, Flodar? Kind of different than some of the other guys, which were way up the mountain velocity-wise. You liked him, though.
Yeah, I loved Reed Garland. I mean, I'm a power guy. I was a power guy, so I have a special place in my heart for those radar readings of 95 plus. But Reed Garland, down 7-0 early, trying to get some zeros on the board, trying to help his team fight back into it. Gave his team 4 solid shutout innings without giving up an earned run. Struck out a couple, walked 1. But he just pitched 81-90 with his fastball. Nothing electric, nothing special. Mixing his off speeds. Started hitters off soft, finished them hard. Pitched hard, finished them with breaking balls. I mean, just a great job.
Magnus Ellerts was an 80s guy in high school. He's no longer an 80s guy. Though the 80s was a great decade, he's at Florida Southwestern. Magnus, great name. What'd you see?
Unbelievable name. He made the all Madden team for names this weekend. Big presence on the mound, big frame. I think over 6'4", 6'5". Just power arm. We're getting into the power names here now. 90, 93, 94, sitting in the low 90s this early in the season with as cold and rainy as it was. Just a huge presence out there. He rough in the beginning, trying to locate, find that fastball. He started touching on his sliders a little bit, found the zone, and just did a great job. He kind of bent but didn't break. He didn't give up any runs, had some walks, but he never gave that team a chance to score.
Well, Carsten's is huge. He's 6'7". He's at McLennan. He pitched in the Juco World Series last year. He's committed to go to Coach Johnson at OU. What'd you see?
they're going to get a great arm at OU. I mean, this guy is somebody to watch. He goes out there, sets the tone early, power on power. He is not afraid to give the old number one when he needs to, and that's his go-to. He's going to sit there and fire that ball over the plate. He's going to challenge hitters. Tough situations, needs that out. He's going to go with the old number one, and it was electric. He was mid-90s also.
Jake Madden, Northwest Florida, Kenyon Huggins on the other side from Chipola. That's the matchup he was talking about as one of the best college baseball games. Heck, the coaches were calling it after the game. You take either one, you take both. Tell us about those two pitchers.
Yeah, Brian was hyping this matchup up all day, and it worked out for us. We couldn't have been any luckier. I mean, to be honest, it was like watching Scherzer versus Kershaw in an NLCS type matchup. It was fastball for fastball. It was power against power. I mean, it was 1-0 going into the 7th inning. And both of these guys, we talk about 93s, 92s, 94s. These guys were touching 97, 96 in the first 2 innings of this game. And in a cool night, clear. Just the very first pitch was unbelievable, the excitement. I mean, it was a College World Series atmosphere, but both of these guys are names to watch for the entire season. Follow up on them. Like I said, they're going to be electric.
Yeah, we had a blast here. It was cool. One of the rare couple of days of the year that it is cool. Panama City Beach. You've done it again. You hosted an incredible event. This complex was epic. It was a lot of fun to be here. We were honored. Danny?
Sut, thanks a ton. If you missed any of the coverage from the tournament, we got you covered. How else would this season opening Juco tournament end in anything but a thriller? Florida Southwestern third baseman Paul Winland crushed 2 homers and drove in 4 as the Buccaneers edged Northwest Florida State College 8-7 in the championship game on Sunday. What an amazing event. And speaking of amazing, we have to give a shout out to one of PG's tournament directors, Corey Hall. We asked all of the scouts before the tournament to give their picks, and Corey, in a word, was perfect. He went 15 for 15, and there's no word yet on whether or not Corey went out and bought himself a lottery ticket that week as well.